Hello, and welcome back to the channel, where we explore everything and beyond. In this video, we continue building our custom web client for Tryton using TypeScript and Vue.js. This time, we're focusing on one of the most fundamental parts of the interface, the side menu. As mentioned in the previous video, our goal is to build a complete web client, not just a simplified interface, but something that respects Tryton's modular and declarative architecture. And in Tryton, the UI is largely data-driven. The side menu is a perfect example of that philosophy. In Tryton, the side menu is implemented as a hierarchical tree structure. It contains multiple root nodes, and each root represents a specific functional domain, for example, sales, purchases, inventory, accounting, or system administration. At first glance, this may look like a simple navigation tree. But once we start implementing it, we realize there are several layers of complexity involved. The first important characteristic is that the menu structure is not hard-coded in the client. It is defined on the server using IRUI menu records and retrieved dynamically after login. From the client perspective, once login succeeds, we retrieve the menu definitions and construct the entire tree dynamically at runtime. Nothing about the structure is predefined in the front-end code. The official Tryton web client also provides additional features integrated into the side menu, such as a bookmark mechanism that allows users to quickly access frequently used actions. In this experiment, however, I will not implement the bookmark feature. To keep the architecture clean and focused, I want to concentrate only on the core menu structure and action execution. Once the fundamental pieces are stable, more advanced features like bookmarks can always be added later. Another very important distinction concerns actions. Menu items do not contain business logic. They do not define behavior. Instead, they reference actions. In Tryton, actions are independent, reusable definitions stored separately from menus. They can exist without being attached to any menu at all. An action describes what the client should do. For example, open a list view of a model. Open a specific form view. Launch a wizard dialog, generate a report, execute a URL action, or perform other client-side behaviors. Menus are simply one way of exposing actions to users. When a user clicks a menu item, the client retrieves the referenced action definition and executes it. This distinction is important architecturally. The menu component should not be responsible for interpreting action details. Its job is to render the hierarchical structure, manage expand and collapse state, trigger execution of the referenced action. The logic that interprets and executes actions belongs elsewhere in the application. Another layer of complexity is that not all menu entries behave the same way. Some will lead to views. Some will open wizards. Some may require additional context or parameters. So even though the menu is just a tree visually, each node may represent a different execution path in the application. In other words, different menu items can reference different types of actions. From a visual standpoint, menu entries also include metadata, such as icon names. These icon identifiers are part of the menu definition returned by the server. The frontend must interpret these names and render the appropriate icons. Now, regarding how the menu data is retrieved, this is where my implementation differs slightly from the official Tryton web client. The official client retrieves menu data incrementally. It loads the root menu first, and then loads child nodes when branches are expanded. This approach is efficient because it minimizes the amount of data transferred initially. In this experiment, however, I chose a different strategy. I retrieve the entire menu tree immediately after login. This is not necessarily more efficient, but it simplifies certain features. For example, implementing expand all becomes straightforward. Implementing collapse all is trivial. Implementing full-text search across the entire menu becomes much easier. If you are exploring the system, or if you're still learning the available modules, having the full tree structure available on the client side is extremely helpful. Personally, since this project is also about experimentation and discovery, I prefer having everything visible. In practice, even the official client ends up requesting large portions of the menu structure when using search. By loading everything at once, We trade some network efficiency for simplicity and flexibility in the front-end implementation. Another difference in this experiment concerns icons. Since this project is about exploration, I also wanted to experiment with customizing the icon set. Instead of using the default icons directly, I implemented a mapping layer that translates Tryton's icon identifiers into another icon library, in this case, Font Awesome. This approach allows us to keep the backend definitions unchanged while fully controlling the front-end appearance. Finally, because this client is built with Vue and Prime Vue, I use the panel menu component from Prime Vue to implement the side menu. Panel menu supports hierarchical structures natively, which makes it well-suited for rendering the Tryton menu tree. Of course, we still need to transform the server response into the format expected by the component, but the integration is quite clean. So, to summarize, the side menu is fully data-driven. It references independent action definitions. It includes visual metadata, such as icons. The official client supports bookmarks, but we are skipping that for simplicity. And in this implementation, the full tree is retrieved after login to enable more UI features like expand, collapse, and search. That's the overview of how the Tryton side menu works and how we are implementing it in this custom web client. If you'd like to continue following this series, consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to like and share this video with anyone who might find it useful. Thank you for watching.